Attention, Stockton. Are you experiencing a transition in business, relationships, health, or your life purpose? I'm Darius Oliver, and I help people to look within and find clarity and direction in their constantly changing lives. Tune in and listen with me as I go deep into your patterns and personal cycles through divine numerology. Any life transition you're experiencing can be illuminated by an in-depth analysis of your chart. For the first time in Stockton, you now have access to a professional numerologist here to help you light your own way. I'm in the booth to help you find your own truth. Tune in to Divine Numerology every Friday at 3 p.m. on The Voice of Stockton. This is Darius Oliver, and you're listening to 92.1 KXVS, The Voice of Stockton.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS, The Voice of Stockton, or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
Hello, this is Darius Oliver, Divine Numerologist. We are here on the 17th of August. So we got an 8 and an 8 vibration. Talking about the number of the day, today the 1 and 7 gives us 8 when we reduce it, and that gives us the number of the star, and we're going to talk about that right when we get back. You guys stay tuned, don't go nowhere. Divine Numerology.
This is Miriam, and you're listening to KXVS, The Voice of Stockton.
You know what I got? I got a picture of his face with the little pillow on, the sleep face, and we're in Chicago.
Are they already in Chicago? The one and only Leo Biaz. Hey, Leo.
I'm excited to be back, my man. It was 9 days in Vegas. We got stuck in the desert, and we had a little hangover remix out there, man.
I wore a wig to school once, and they said no headgear was allowed.
How did the
spider web
was it
tights.
obvious that it was a wig?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was having fun.
Wig.
See, this is exactly why we have them on the show, and this is what makes them fun.
You're listening to KXVS, The Voice of Stockton, 92.1 FM.
Hello, welcome to Chef Tobias Cooks, here where we have kitchen conversations with professional chefs, cooks, home cooks, bakers, and people that just can't cook. So join us every week for our kitchen conversations and learn a thing or two. And I don't burn nothing in my kitchen.
And we're back. This is Darius, Divine Numerologist, talking to you guys today, talking to everybody about numbers, numerical frequencies, some astrology and where they all blend in and where they go together. Today is the 17th of August. That being the case, we know that the number 17 corresponds to many different things. 17 is one of the octaves of the number 8. And with it, we have the 1, which is confidence, creativity. It's the ability to be that one that's out there that goes and does it first, being individual. 1 relates to the ego. It relates to instinct and the basic mind. It also relates to oneness. And then we have 7. We have the 1, which is the individual, focused on the number 7. So for those of you that are listening, one of the things that I talk about that sets me apart from a lot of other numerologists out there is I talk about what's called the compound numbers. Okay? Many numerologists talk about, this is what it means to be a 3 or a 5 or a 2 or a 1, and I've done that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just one of the layers in someone's numerology. you see there's 9 basic numbers, 10 if you include the 0. But now where you get the deeper meaning, the deeper understanding is where you go into compound numbers. Compound numbers are 2-digit numbers or 3-digit numbers like 10, 11, 12, 13, 21, 22, 44, 55, 62, and any number that's a double digit or higher, like triple digits even. So these are the compound numbers, and the compound numbers gives us more of the hidden aspect behind the actual meaning of the number. So when we're taking a look at today being the 17th, the compound of it is, 17. The simple added addition of it comes out to 8. That 8 is where we get the energy of abundance and power. But 8 has more to do than just abundance and power. It can also relate to the lack of abundance and power. It can relate to feeling disempowered, which is why people with 8 energy need to empower themselves or struggle with power-related issues like power struggles with other people and authority figures. 8 is a number that's ruled by the planet Saturn, which is all our planets in our solar system are about 4.5 billion years old, if I'm correct. But Saturn is the farthest out there. Saturn is the farthest out there. He takes a long time to make his way around the sun. So when you have the 8 energy, 8 takes a while to develop. 8 can take a while to mature, and may teach challenging lessons, because 8 is that disciplinarian type vibration, which is why people that are born on the 26th, because 2 and 6 equals 8 when you reduce it, they're very good with children. They're here to learn about relationships because of the 2 energy, how to balance the feminine because of the 2 energy, and they're here to learn how to nurture because of the 6. But because that 2 and 6 added equals 8, people that are born on the 26 tend to be very good disciplinarians when it comes to raising children. A lot of times they don't have to do anything but just give a look. This is like, I'm not playing. And if you know anybody, if anybody in my audience has a family member or someone that they know that I just saw somebody that I haven't seen. Yvette Quintana's on here. That's cool. Haven't seen you in a minute. But for those of you that know somebody with that vibration, you know that they're very good at this disciplinarian quality. But the 17, we have so many different combinations that can reduce to a number 8. This is known as the most spiritual of the vibrations of 8, 17, because it's also related to this tarot. For those of you who like the tarot cards, 17 corresponds to this card right here, the star. You'll notice the symbolism of this card has 8 points on the star. And yet there's 7 little stars. Altogether, there's 8 stars in this card. This is the 17th card in the tarot. And if you look closely, for those of you who know astrology, this is a woman that's pouring 2 bowls of water. What do we associate that with? Aquarius. So the star card is known as Aquarius, the card that comes right before Pisces. So this coming right before Pisces, the card that is next, so interestingly, is the 18th tarot card, which is the moon, and that is Pisces. So we have look at the symbolism in this. We got 8 stars. 8 stars. Each one has how many points? Each one of the stars has 8 points. She's pouring the water. This is Aquarius. This is the researcher, someone who likes to dig deep and put structure, because Saturn is all about structure. Bring structure to that which they've researched. They do research so they can build a belief structure. Saturn, or the star, since Saturn is known for it takes such a long time to go around the solar system. Saturn and this number 8 and the 17 represents a long journey. It represents a journey that may take a while. And on this journey, the person is sustained because of the faith and the hope. The faith and the hope. That's another one of the things that's symbolized by the star card. It's about having faith, trust, and hope that what you're seeking is not beyond your reach, but well within it. Another thing about this energy here with the 17 is how it plays in with the other cards. So the 17th is the star, the 18th is the moon, then the 19th is the sun. It's very, very interesting. Think about the star, right? There was the North Star, if you believe in the Bible, the star that guided the wise men to Jesus, if you believe in the Bible story. In fact, those wise men in the Bible were actually called magi, which is magicians or mages. They were skilled in astrology. That's why they were following the North Star. They were astrologers. They came bringing gifts. They brought gold. They brought frankincense, and they brought myrrh. Those were not only gifts. They were given as gifts to someone who had a great destiny. Notice that there were 3 gifts that were given. But they brought these 3 gifts. Each one of those 3 gifts had spiritual significance to it. And we could talk about that in another session, another radio show, if you guys want to hear about that. But that is some of the energies of today, the 17th. So it's bringing in that Aquarian energy of today from the energy of the star. And like we said before, that Aquarian energy is all about doing that scientific peering and researching, bringing a structure to that which is researched. Also the introspection of the seven, which is the mind. Analysis of the mind and the individual. The challenge when it comes to the 17 is the number 6, because 6 here, so we're all used to adding. We're all used to adding numbers and getting a number that reduces to it. But if you take the number and subtract it, you get what's called the subcap. Okay? So subcap is, say for instance, since today's the 17th, you would say 7 minus 1, that will give you 6. That is the subcap. 6 is all about family, love, responsibility, adjustment. 6 is the nurturing quality. So with people that are born on the 17th, or people that are 17 prominent, this energy vibration, it can create certain challenges related to the family that one has to overcome. And in fact, not only does the subcap show us challenges that a person may have, for instance, in this case, the subcap of 17 is 6, that subcap number, which is 6 for the 17, is a grounding point for success with that particular number. If that number vibration really focuses in and tunes in on that energy, then it will assist it in carrying out and reaching the end total of it, which is the 8. Because we know that 8 is not only about abundance and power, but 8 is also connection and disconnection. 8 is a number of flow. You turn it on its side, it's the infinity symbol, which is known as the lamniscate, however you want to pronounce that. So there's so many ways you can go with this, with the 17. So many things. And depending on where the planet Saturn appears on your Vedic astrology chart, where the sign of Aquarius appears on your Vedic astrology chart, can determine a lot of different things when the 17th comes. Or if you're my first name, Darius, in ancient Chaldean equals 17. So my first name equals 17 in the ancient numerology studies. There's just so many ways it can go. One is ruled by the energy, the sun. 7 is this south node of the moon called Ketu. Then 8 is Saturn. It's all different types of directions. We'll definitely go into that at another session. I picked up this book at one of the spiritual expos that we did when we were down south. It was actually, I think it was the one in maybe Carlsbad. We just did an event in Carlsbad a few weeks back in Southern California. And before I got there, somebody placed this book on my chair right here. And I suggest that everyone, take a look at this when they can get it. If you see it at Barnes & Noble or something, this is a book by Doreen Virtue. A lot of people have differing viewpoints on Doreen Virtue because she made recently a big life decision. If you guys don't know about that, just go ahead and look that up. You'll see what she did. So some people have questions as far as whether they still like to look at her material. I personally don't have a problem with it. But this particular book, Doreen Virtue, Angel Numbers 101, is a really good reference material work for those of us who are regularly seeing angel numbers show up. For instance, for those of you seeing angel numbers 111, 222, 555, this, I'm going to actually talk a little bit about it right now. We'll talk about these angel numbers. So this is just a little brief description, and that's really the purpose of this segment right here for me mentioning this. But I'm going to talk about some of the triple numbers that you guys have probably been seeing, because I keep getting a lot of questions about it. And I can go really in depth on them but just so that you guys can see like a little bit about what this book is. So talking about the number 11, not 1111. A lot of you guys have been seeing 1111. But 111, 111. This number brings you the urgent message that your thoughts are manifesting instantly. So keep your mindset focused upon your desires. Give any fearful thoughts to heaven for transmutation. So that's 111. It's really taking a snapshot of whatever your thoughts are at that time and letting you know that if you like the future you're creating, go ahead and keep thinking those thoughts. But if you don't, take another look at how you're thinking. It's encouraging you to be the observer of your thoughts as opposed to a reactor reacting to the thoughts. 222 is trust that everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to, with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. So this is a very interesting one I just got very recently, pertaining to someone very interesting. You know who you are. And, you know, when you see 222, this is a number vibration that is encouraging you to have faith and balance, you know, trusting that everything is all right and that it's fine. When we take a look at the number 2, we know that the second planet from the sun is Mercury, and Mercury has a lot to do with communication. It also relates to the moon, number 2. So we have communication, we have sensitivity, we have spiritual sensitivity, intuition being developed, communication. 2 is also the number that rules relationships, romantic, intimate relationships, partnerships of many different kinds. And when we have the 222 energy vibration, it's cooperation and balance, focused on relationship, focused on partnership. So we have a lot of that energy that is focused and concentrated in that mix. The 222 added together reduces to 6, which is that love, harmony, and balance vibration, a family vibration. It's a very familiar type of energy. It's that nurturing, like when you rub your nose on a kitten's nose, or when you're petting your dog, or when you're taking care of someone, nurturing. So let's see. Before I go on to further numbers, I'm gonna take a look. We got some people posting their birthdays up. All right. We got someone who was born on the 21st of May. Eli Eva Nagel. 21 corresponds to the world in the tarot. That's the 21st card in the tarot, the world. Very similar in meaning to the star, which is very interesting. The world it's made up of 21, so that's 2, cooperation and balance, relationship, focused on 1, which is individuality. But the world card indicates a period of completion after overcoming some challenges. So it's kind of like the star is you approaching that, and you see the star from a distance. Similar to how the Magi saw the star at a distance and knew that they were about to come into the contact of prominence through the Christ being, through Jesus. Now, the world represents having already arrived at the destination and having completed the journey. So the star is like, I'm headed that way. The world says, that's where I came from, and here's where I am now. And this is what I've done. I've accomplished it. That's what 21 represents. It boils down to a 3 when we add it, and 3 really emphasizes expression and sensitivity. We got D. Cruz. Let's see. Hey, D, how are you doing? Let's see, looking interesting. So 12, oh, not 12, 122. So 22, she's born on the 22nd, which is really cool, 1965. And 22, we were just talking about 22. 22 is the number of the Fool in the tarot, because the Fool is it looks like he's about to fall off of this cliff, and he's walking blindly toward it, but he's really not. He's really taking the leap of faith, which is why the people around him think he's the fool. So it's only the fool by perception of those who are not aware of the spiritual aspect of things. And it relates to the master builder. Let's see. Tina Verwers is the 27th. 27 is cooperation and balance, focused on introspection, analysis, and looking deep within. That 7 energy comes out to a 9. That 27 comes out to a 9. I'm 27 years old at the time of this recording. 27 is an unusually lucky number, or another word instead of lucky is unusually comfortable vibration to carry. Results in 9, which is the reluctant leader. But it's also 9, which is Chiron, the planet of the wounded healer. Someone who's gone through many things, but for the purpose of healing those that have gone through similar challenges. Going further, let's see. Anyone else that has posted their birthday? Okay. Donovan Gall. All right. 7th of March. 2 days after me. What's up, man? 2 days. Birthday at 2 days after mine. 7th. The number 7 is the Chariot. Chariot in the tarot. And this is the card of victory. If you look at the symbolism on that card, the Chariot, you'll see it really resonates with a lot of duality. A lot of duality there with the Chariot. Balancing the black and the white, seeing between, reading the fine lines of things. It's a very introspective number, but the 7 in and of itself is introspection. So a lot of going within, a lot of discerning what's really true for you, and then what is true for you versus what is other people's opinion that has been so deeply ingrained within you, you think it's yours. Really interesting. All right, so that's for a few people that are on there commenting about their birthdays. So if you guys want me to read it, go ahead and just drop it. Drop your birthday in. I'm going to look a little bit more at these angel numbers from the Doreen Virtue book. We have 333. So if you guys have been seeing 333, you're totally not alone. Okay. 333 is seen by so many people now, especially at this time. It has such a great significance. You are completely surrounded, protected, loved, and guided by the benevolent ascended masters. That's what the meaning of. It's like a little snippet in this book here. Angel Numbers by Doreen Virtue. Angel Numbers 101. 333 has such a powerful resonance. Jesus died at age 33. He preached for 3 years, started his ministry at 30 years old, died in the 3rd hour, rose on the 3rd day, and all these different things that are associated with 3. It's a very, very, very spiritual vibration, also known as the Trinity. That's another vibration associated with 3. So when you're seeing that, just have in mind that you have those energies around you. Then 444. This one says, there are angels. They're everywhere around you. You are completely loved, supported, and guided by many heavenly beings, and you have nothing to fear. So almost like the 333 vibration we read about. And you see, the thing about it is they're very similar because the 333 is letting you know that the ascended masters are with you. 444 is letting you know that the angels are with you. When you see the 444, that's letting you know that all is well. And it's inviting you to invite them, the angelic beings, into your situation that you're going through so that they can help you. When you see 444, you're probably going through something, have gone through something, or about to go through something, and they're inviting you to say, hey, look, human, you have free will. I wish I could help you, but I cannot unless you invite me to help you. When you help me, then I'll be able to help you the fullest that I can. But I can't just intervene unless I'm invited to. That's what 444 is. And it's really trying to get your attention to bring them into your situation. It's meaning that you have help from behind the scenes that can assist you if you avail yourself to it. So let's take a look at some people that have posted their birthdays. Jamie Goodman, born on the 5th of January. 5 is the card of the Hierophant. I'm born on the 5th. So air high five. What's up? High five. So 5 is the number of freedom and discipline. It's the number of the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the traditional spiritual teacher, meaning something that's orthodox, something that is of a nature of this is how things are, right? And it's 5, which is, mercurial because of the 5 energy. But at the same time, the Hierophant card in of itself is ruled by the planet Taurus. Or not planet Taurus. It's influenced by the sign of Taurus. If you guys take a look at that. And I'm getting a few comments on the Facebook. If you guys have questions like, in depth, or if you want to schedule a private session with me numerology-wise, you can call me. My number is 209-898-4103. 209-898-4103. If I don't get to you through this transmission here, feel free to call me. Or you can private message me, and we'll talk, and we could work together. But 5, we got this Hierophant. The picture and symbolism of the Hierophant card is that of almost like a pope-like figure, and he's got 2 people in front of him that he's teaching, someone that people rely upon to give and share information, and the 5. The thing about 5 is that it respects traditional values. People born on the 5th, 14th, or the 23rd have a lot of respect for these, and that's one of the energies of the 5. 5 represents Mercury, and so there's this aspect of this playful nature. It's like the kid. It's like, hey, I'm going to have fun and do this, do my thing. Whenever you come across the 5 energy vibration, it means that you're going to, it's something of fun, something that is movable, changeable, mutable. That's what a lot of 5 energy resonates with. Also traveling. Edward Heitman. So Edward, what's up, dude? He's outside. Sometimes he's my equipment guy for the show. So somebody asked me, what's the 33rd tarot card? Great question. What is the 33rd tarot card? 33rd, I'll tell you in a second. But Edward Heitman is born on the 9th of November. Number 9. Oh, no, he's not born on that. That's his mom's birthday. 9 is the wounded healer, Chiron, but it's also wisdom and integrity. And the 9th card in the tarot is the Hermit. So this is someone who's really good at looking within, going within, and finding that balance of things, helping people to look within, and helping, once they've lit their own light inside, then their goal is to help others. They have a very idealistic way of how things should be, and they're able to look and see the big picture of things. So the person that asked me what the 33rd card in the tarot is, that is the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is the 33rd tarot card. And that relates to, great question too, by the way. 7 of Wands, the number 7, of course, we know that's introspection and analysis. Then we have Wands, which is ambition. Ambition, the fire, intensity, the flame. So it's like an introspective, analytical approach to our ambitions, and 7 also bringing not only the analytical aspect of it, but the spiritual aspect of it too. So now I'm going to jump right back into these angel numbers. And here's one that I'm going to talk about. If you guys have seen this, you're going to see it even more. All right? You probably already know 555. If you've seen 555, you're probably going to see it a whole lot more. Let's see. Nice. Okay, 555. Huge changes are rumbling throughout your entire life. To keep these changes on the highest possible course, be sure to keep your thoughts positive and stay centered in prayer and affirmations. So the 555 vibration is almost similar to the 111 vibration, because that 111 is saying, hey, look, pay attention to your thoughts. They're manifesting very rapidly. 555 is saying, hey, look, the things that you were thinking about that we said, be careful of your thoughts, now they're happening. Now you're having the changes that we told you were going to experience from your 111 thoughts. Now, if you like the things you're experiencing, keep thinking that. If not, change it. Think positive things and have positive expectations when you see the number 555. Take a look at the things around you in your life that are undergoing that transition as well, so that you know in what direction it is. And here's this. We see angel numbers a lot. So when you see it, it can be confusing. I know from experience, it can be confusing. Seeing these angel numbers, and you just see it so many times, and you know the basic general meaning of it. Like, oh, okay, 555 means change. Okay, well, where is this change come? What part of my life? Is it going to be relationship, career, life? What part of life is changing? Is it some, so that's a question that pops up when we see angel number 555. When you have that, it's great to go to your inner guides, inner guidance, non-physical. Go to source. Connect, and ask for some clear illumination on the intended meaning, the intended message of this particular angel number that you received. What does it mean? Why am I seeing 555? What area in my life is changing? So when you see it and you ask for clarification, then open your mind to listen and receive that guidance that you're going to be receiving. Pay attention. Next number, notorious. This one's notorious. And for those of you who studied the Bible before, you already know where I'm going with this. For those of you who haven't studied, you already know what's going with this too, what's coming next, because I'm going in sequence. But particularly this number has a lot of built-in superstition, fear, and anxiety associated with it. 666. What does it mean? According to some people, some would say that, according to the Bible, it means the devil's number or the devil's vibration, the mark of the beast. But it carries a different meaning. Now, first, before I go to that other meaning, someone just commented, number of man. Yes, that's correct, right? So it's the number of man. Why is it the number of man? It says it in the book of Revelation, where that term originally comes from, right? 666. But if you look in Revelation chapter 13, I'm going Bible boy on you now, right? Bible boy. All right. But here it is. Revelation chapter 13, at the very end of it, it says, let the man that has intelligence calculate the number of the beast, that it is a man's number, which is true. You just said it's a man's number. 666. The reason why that number is used is because the number 6, according to the Bible, represents earthly material satisfaction. It represents man. Why is it associated with man? Because man was created on the 6th day, back in Genesis. If you look in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, when he's talking about the creative days, he's saying, then there was a first day, then there was a second, then there was a third, then there was a fourth, then there was a fifth. Then he said, let us make man in our image, and in our likeness. Let him have in subjection all the animals, all the fruits of the trees, and all these things. At the end of that, when he makes man, and then when he makes Eve, he says, and this is good. And there was a sixth day. So that was the day that man was made. On the sixth day, so logically speaking, when you see that number, that's why it is 6. But let's take a look at it in, wait. Why is it associated? Why does that have such a bad meaning, right? An interpretation. Why do people have so much fear around it? Because of what different religions have said about it over the years. Interestingly, in this book, it has a very parallel meaning. Your thoughts are too focused on material illusions. Raise your thoughts spiritually to get your life back on track. So the 666 is indicating, since the single 6 represents earthly fulfillment and enjoyment, 3 adds intensity to whatever it comes with. So we got that 666 that's saying way too much focus on material satisfaction. And it's with the exclusion of a spiritual focus or direction. So raise your thoughts spiritually to get your life back on track. A lot of times when you see the 666, you're thinking way too much about money problems. How am I going to pay this bill? How am I going to pay that? How am I going to do this? How am I going to get that new collar for my dog? How am I going to get that next box of oatmeal? Whatever it is that you're trying to figure out paying the rent, it's meaning that take a more spiritual approach to the situation. Use positive affirmations. Use manifestation techniques like using water. For those of you, check out the 2-cup water manifestation method. For those of you who are seeing the 666 vibration energy sequence. Next, 777. What does it mean when I see 777? You are definitely on the right path in every area of your life. Stay balanced and spiritually aware so that you can continue moving forward on this illuminated path. When you see 777, that's what that is. Keep on going. I'm going to go to 888 because I'm wrapping this up. Got a few more minutes left. How many minutes we got, Dustin?
2 minutes.
All right, 2 minutes. This is a very auspicious sign of complete financial support from the universe. Money is flowing in your direction. Money's flowing in your direction when you see 888. That does not mean that you sit on your couch and don't do anything and just expect it to come. That means do what the 8 does and take action. 8 takes action. 8 gets things done. Do that. And that will continue that flow of abundance to you. 999. This is a message signifying completion of an important chapter in your life. And now it's time to get to work without procrastination on your next life chapter. This number sequence is like an alarm clock ringing loudly in order to jolt you into working on your life purpose. When you're about to go through something that is about to end and conclude big in your life, you're probably going to see the 999. So that is our show for today, guys. I'm going to be in Turlock tomorrow at the Spirit Fest, doing numerology readings, Vedic astrology readings, and foot reflexology sessions that use energy to heal. You guys are interested in that? Message me, call me. My number is 209-898-4103. 209-898-4103. You guys have an awesome weekend and peace. Darius, Divine Numerologist.